Hi there Capricorn, thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 30th of September. Mercury has moved at the start of this week and goes through a similar connection to Neptune that Venus had last week. Neptune is the planet of inspiration in its highest form, and I do feel that a friend that has some kind of goal or interest that really resonates with you could be something that's at the heart of the start of the week. You might find yourself having a really great conversation which really gets the creative juices going. Later in the week, Mercury is going to get closer to Saturn, but more about that in a bit. The Sun is in a square with Pluto in your sign for the whole of this week. Now the Sun's right at the top of your horoscope, known as the midheaven or the solar MC. This part of your horoscope is very much to do with your connection to the wider world. It can be to do with status, can be to do with jobs, employment, positions of authority, your connection to your community. But that square with Pluto is a tough one. There's no other way of looking at it. And it suggests that some politics could be in the works. Perhaps your desire to have your voice heard is in some way going to arouse some opposition. Someone may not be particularly kind or generous towards you if they want to keep a power over you. So if you are trying to improve your position at work, don't expect it to be a bump-free process. But like everything in life, sometimes we have to go through a little bit of struggle to get to where we want to be. And Venus actually is giving you enormous diplomacy, and I would use it. Link out with people. Try to build goodwill at every turn, because the combination of Mercury and Venus in a really lovely part of your scope earlier in this week suggests that you can take the edge off the politics if you do try to see the other person's viewpoint, try to understand the circumstances that you're operating within clearly, and then try to fine-tune the way you're approaching things, adding a bit of flexibility. Well, it can work wonders. But if you're absolutely intransigent about what you want, that in itself could create some obstacles for you. Now, later in this week, it is true to say that Saturn then goes along sort of joined by Mercury. And this can make you think very carefully about your future direction. It's possible that something could come to a close, something could firm up. It's one of those aspects which has many dimensions to it. You could feel more serious about friendships and want to be with people who are perhaps older, a bit more sincere. People who understand some of the difficulties you may be going through may seem more attractive than more frivolous friends. And then there is a new moon. Now this new moon can give you the green light to go for a big goal, but it's a very political new moon, this one. One of the toughest I've seen this year, because there's a T-square, an opposition with Uranus, stormy, restless, and they're both, the Sun, the Moon and Uranus are squaring up to Pluto. So how do you handle this? Well, I think it's back down to this issue of trying to command yourself. We can't always take control of how other people will react to us, but we can try to do our best within ourselves and our own resources. Try to be very self-honest, marshal what you're trying to do clearly, effectively, but try to be non-threatening. And I think that you can still have a great big breakthrough in the month following. But if you're trying to really smash your way through to the top of a situation, it could cause quite a lot of upset and quite a lot of resentment. That's not me being negative, it's just this is a particularly complex week. It's been a pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.